Now let's take a look at the controls on the left side of this machine. And again, as you can see, as I lay my hand on there, it lays on the control very naturally and very comfortably for the operator. Now again, simply moving the control forward and aft will be able to move the blade up and down. And then taking this control side to side, as you can see, will be able to be our steering on this tractor. Now we've been able to eliminate any torsional movements with these controls. So the next thing we look at is, again, you'll notice that we have several wheels that will manipulate implements on this tractor, and also we have the shifter. So the first control we want to look at is, of course, our blade pitch that I will use with my finger on the left hand. Now the next control that we can look at is how we will operate the ripper up and down. And it makes it quite easy because as we look over our shoulder, this still allows us to have great control of that ripper. Now the other controls that we will look at is, as you can see, I have a wheel that I'm going to control with my left thumb, and that is very simply as our circle rotate on this machine. Now we also have, again, an additional button on this control that we will be able to assign to future functions on this tractor. And then we have very simply the forward, neutral, and reverse button on this control. And these two controls here allows us to shift the transmission up or down as needed. Now one thing I wanted to point out, as we push both these controls forward, we will be able to have both left and right independent float functions on our mow board. Now on the auxiliary controls, of course, we have our horn located right here, and then the other control will be available for float functions, for example, scarifier, our front plow, ripper, and also auxiliary snow wing. Now the last controls I want to talk about is, you'll notice we have 3 buttons located on both independent joysticks. These controls allows us to operate both our built-in John Deere cross-slope system, or if you add on a GPS system like a Trimble, Topcon, or Leica, for example, we are integrated with these systems, and we will also be able to use these controls to operate our GPS. For example, the 2 lower controls, this will be our increment and decrement, or increase and decrease of the percent of slope that we want to hold on a road. The upper button is how we will activate the left side of the either GPS or cross slope. The top button on the right will be how we will activate the right side GPS or cross slope. And we also have the increment and decrement available for the operator on the right hand control. Now if we actually push one of the increment and decrement buttons on either side, we push them together. This is how we will activate the mirror feature, or swap which way the water or slope is going to go as we're operating the cross slope system.